Hello and good evening. My name is Colby Taylor. A few years ago I read a quote by C.S. Lewis, which he said, "You're never too old to set a new goal or dream another dream." I like to remind myself of that quote each day. Today I'll actually talk to you about my past and some places which I've lived, presently what defines me as a person, and my future after LIT. Now that you know the main points that I'll be speaking about, let me start with my past and some places which I've lived. Throughout my 36 years, I've lived in several different cities within a few different states. I was born in Beaumont, Texas, where I lived with my father, mother, brother, and sister until I was about 16, at which point my father, mother, sister, and I moved to Lumberton, Texas. I moved back to Beaumont shortly after graduating high school in Lumberton, at which point I attended Lamar University, and after a couple of years, I moved to Utah. While in Utah, for a total of about 10 years, I lived in 4 different cities. I lived in Sandy, Harriman, Draper, and Murray, all of which are located in the Salt Lake City Valley. Also, while I was in Utah, I joined the Army Reserves, and during that time, for several months, I was stationed at Fort Jackson in South Carolina, and for about a year I was at Fort Gordon in Augusta, Georgia. So now I've told you a few places that I've lived in my past. Let me move on and talk to you a little bit about what presently defines me as a person. I'm currently a dedicated family man and a 36-year-old student on a mission. I am a Christian, I am a blessed husband, and I'm a father of 2 amazing girls with a son on the way. I have a wife of about 2 years. I have a 14-year-old daughter, a 7-year-old daughter, and as I said, my wife's currently pregnant with our son. Upon completion of my public speaking class this summer, I will have completed all the necessary classes to obtain my associate's degree in Occupational Health and Safety Technology from LIT. So now I've told you about presently what defines me as a person. Let me move on and tell you about my future after LIT. I would like to pursue my bachelor's degree and also test for my CSP credentials. After completing my associate's degree, I plan to continue my education in order to obtain my bachelor's degree so that I might advance my professional career. Working as a safety professional for 2 years has been an excellent experience. With future education and credentials, I'll be able to advance in my professional career. Another step I plan to take is to test with the Board of Certified Safety Professionals in order to obtain my Certified Safety Professional credentials, or as it's also known, my CSP certification. This is a professional credential which is highly regarded in the safety world and proves your competence in the safety field. So I've discussed my future after LIT. I'd like to go ahead and conclude my speech. Today I've talked to you about my past and some places which I've lived, presently what defines me as a person, and my future after LIT. Again, my name's Colby Taylor, and I'd just like each of you to always remember, ask yourself the question, where have I been, what defines me, and where do I want to go? Thank you for your time.